Breaking now on CBS 4 News.
Breaking right now at 5, a wild wreck in Hollywood shuts down roads in the area. We're live there at the scene.
Deadly discovery investigators find a body in their search for a missing Broward woman. Well, we're now learning about that woman's estranged husband who sits behind bars.
The MSD Commission back at work. Its focus to keep schools safe.
Plus, beach battle. The community fights back against plans for Virginia Key Beach. Why prominent African Americans say the beach should remain a historic site.
This is CBS 4 News This Morning.
All right, we're straight at 5 o'clock on Thursday, November 17th. Good morning to you. I'm Keith Jones.
And I'm Maribel Rodriguez. Next weather meteorologist. The second Gonzalez is standing by with a look at what could be a little cool front heading our way.
Yeah, a weak cool front. I like that you called it cool because we're not expecting that coldest air that's impacting much of the country to head down here to South Florida. That's going to stay north. But you know what? Right now, our friends up in the Panhandle are enjoying the 40s, chilly there, 50s in Central Florida, and that front is actually pushing through right now as we speak. So this morning, we're waking up to a comfortable start. We're seeing mostly low 70s in Broward and Dade, but temperatures should fall by a few more degrees as we approach sunrise, and once the front is further south of us, upper 70s across the Keys. Next radar network is quiet and dry for now, and actually throughout the day today, I think it'll be quiet, but we are going to see a front stall just to our south, and that will allow for some more rain going into your weekend, and I'll break down the timing of that ahead in the 7-day forecast in moments.
Let's thank you. Breaking overnight, a wild wreck in Hollywood as you're waking up.
Yeah, let's get right to it. Here's CBS 4's Trish Christakis. She's live now this morning. Trish?
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, wild to say the least. As you can see behind me, that car is flipped over and hit against a pet grooming spa. I'm going to step out of the way and give you a better look at what's going on right now. You can see people are out there trying to examine the building. I spoke to one of the police officers and asked if the building was damaged, and he said that there's actually so many accidents that happen in this area, specifically along this curve, that they can't tell if any damage done to the building is from this specific accident or others that have notoriously happened in this area. But as we learn more information, we will of course bring it to you. We are live in Hollywood. I'm Trish Christakis, CBS 4 This Morning.
Yeah, and Trish, as you mentioned, they're at Young Circle. A lot of folks may not realize kind of the roundabout setup that's there, which oftentimes can unfortunately lead to a few crashes, like it seems what we have here this morning. So let's show you where this is all happening in Broward County here. Here's where Young Circle is. This is Hollywood there. So the crash is pretty much on that eastern part of the circle. There's the main circle there, then there's kind of that little access road there. That's where South 17th Avenue is. So this is going to be blocking lanes for folks who are trying to make their way heading east over to Hollywood Beach. So certainly something we'll continue to watch as we look into Miami-Dade, crash-free, but I'll give you a check of those drive times for you in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, sir. Now to a developing story. This morning, officials are working to identify a body that was found in a wooded area in northwest Miami-Dade. This comes as law enforcement has been searching for a missing Broward woman.
Thanks for miking me early. That was great.
And for now, investigators have not confirmed it's the body of Mimos Dulcio, who's been missing for about a week now.
Yeah, Dulcio's estranged husband has been arrested and charged in her murder. CBS 4's Terry Hornstein is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with more. Terry, good morning.
Hey, good morning. That suspect, Jose Pacheco, remains here at the Miami-Dade County Jail. No word on when, though, he will be transported to Broward County to face a second-degree murder charge.
All right, Trish, thank you. Now at 5. Could we soon see a change to Broward's troubled 911 system? That was the hot topic at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas's Public Safety Commission meeting. It's been a central issue that came to light after the Parkland mass shooting when a life and death call transferred from Parkland to Coral Springs. The commission believes the Broward Sheriff's Office should take responsibility for this and get the problem fixed. A letter is now being sent to the Broward County Commission to make this happen.
The biggest issue is egos, and people can't get along, and it's really ridiculous. They should put all of that aside for the sake of the county and fix this once and for all. The MSD Commission should not have to bring these individuals in front of our commission like they're a bunch of children to do their job. It's really ridiculous already.
Well, if the Safety Commission doesn't get an answer to that letter, it plans to subpoena members of the Broward County Commission to force it to come to its next meeting sometime next year.
In Fort Lauderdale, an 8-year-old is in critical condition this morning after being struck by a car and rushed to the hospital. This happened at the intersection of Northwest 19th Street and 23rd Avenue while the child was standing on a nearby curb. We can see a postal truck on the scene, but police are not telling us how that vehicle was involved. And breaking overnight, a Russian missile strike has hit the southern Odessa region of Ukraine for the first time in weeks. A top local official says an infrastructure target was hit and warned about the threat of a, quote, massive missile barrage on the entire territory of Ukraine.
All right, and breaking overnight here from the alert desk, new threats now from South Korea after more missile tests happen this morning. Now, here are the details from North Korea's foreign minister. He's now been threatening a stronger military response as the U.S. has been moving to increase their commitment to allies across that region. The foreign minister also saying that conditions are leaving the Korean peninsula, quote, more unpredictable.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
All right, next weather meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez here now. What a beautiful start to the morning. Drier air.
Yes, finally. We deserve it. We've been patient, waiting for a front, even if it's a weak front, to lower the humidity because it has been steamy the past few days. At the bus stop this morning, a comfortable start with the low 70s. And in fact, by 7 a.m., I think temperatures will drop a little bit to around 70 degrees, even the upper 60s, possibly for some inland areas. Mostly sunny, mainly dry today, and we are going to see those highs only around 80 degrees, by the way, and that sure beats those highs that have been soaring to the upper 80s and near records the past few days. And you know what? By tomorrow morning, you're going to need a light sweater, a light jacket, and I'll show you how low those temperatures will go just ahead right now. Though we do want to get a check of your commute with Austin. Good morning.
Good morning, and it's pretty smooth out there on I-95. This is a look for you right along 95 north and southbound. In the northern Broward area here, this is right at Cypress Creek Road. No worries getting you out the door here. And here's some drive times for you as well. In Broward, only taking you about 10 minutes east and west on the 595 between 95 and 75.
Awesome. Thank you. Coming up in just 1 minute, the political landscape for the next 2 years coming into focus. Republicans take control of the House. So what's next for GOP and their leadership and what Nancy Pelosi has planned for today?
And Governor Ron DeSantis weighs in on his political future after attacks by former President Trump. Why he says many are kind of getting ahead of themselves. That's next.
And today marks a very special day for nonprofits in South Florida. How you can participate in Give Miami Day when CBS 4 This Morning returns.
All right, this morning, voters have decided the Republicans have gained control of the House. CBS News projects Republicans will win at least 218 seats. Democrats currently expect to win 212 seats. There are still 5 seats outstanding. Both House and Senate Republicans this week opted to keep leaders Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell at the helm of for another term.
But the GOP is also divided over its future after underwhelming midterms and former President Trump's announcement for a 2024 White House run. CBS 4's Elise Preston explains.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
All right, most of you probably haven't been outside just yet. Maybe you let the dog out. I don't know if you noticed, though, but it's much cooler this morning.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer this morning if you want to head out and take your dog for a walk, if you want to get a little jog in, a little workout before heading to work and taking the kids to school. We have a cold front that is pushing through, and temperatures will be a little slightly cooler as we head into later this morning, especially, and less humid with a north breeze throughout the day. You'll notice a big difference from the last 2 days when we had near record heat. As we head into the weekend, though, well, it looks like that front is going to be parking itself to our south, and with moisture around, that means we'll see lots of clouds and on and off again showers. But in the meantime, take a look up north as folks in the Panhandle are waking up with the 40s and then the 50s in Central Florida. We're not going to see the 40s or the 50s, but at least it is a comfortable morning out there with the low 70s, and temperatures will fall by a few more degrees as we approach sunrise, upper 70s across the Keys. And look at that the highs. I mean, we are only going to warm up by a few degrees heading into the afternoon because of that northerly breeze, and the high will be around 80 in Miami, 78 in Fort Lauderdale. And tomorrow morning, we are going to be even cooler. You're going to need to break out a light sweater, light jacket, as we'll wake up with mostly mid to upper 60s in Broward and Dade. A few inland areas could even see around 64 in Homestead, low 70s across the Keys. Looking forward to that. We're mainly dry right now, and actually throughout the day today, the rain chance is low. You'll notice that northerly wind component. There might be a few showers, if that. Tomorrow, some spotty showers may sneak in as the wind begins to shift out of the northeast. And Saturday, we're seeing the chance for scattered showers. And I think as we head into Sunday, the rain chance will be a bit higher with mostly cloudy skies through the weekend. Right now, let's get a look at your commute with Austin. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so we're in Miami-Dade County here, the Dolphin Expressway here, right where it meets the Palmetto. Very quiet out there. So making your way on the Turnpike, taking the Dolphin over east at 95, all looking pretty good out there. And if you're going to be traveling south on I-95, where it drops down into US 1, there's taking you about 13 minutes from the Rickenbacker to the Snapper Creek Expressway.
Austin, thank you. Time now is 5:18, ahead of 5:30 here. A pet parent speaks out after a Boca Raton groomer is caught on camera hitting her dog. What she had to say about her four-legged friend next.
But first, the FTX scandal grows. This morning, the big names involved in a new lawsuit. What one investor is claiming this morning.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by Toyota of Hollywood. Shop and save in a safe and sanitized environment with over 1,500 Toyotas on sale up to 50% less.
Well, it has been muggy the past few days, but that's changing. We have a cold front that's moving through, and that means that as we head throughout the day today, the humidity will be dropping, and especially by tomorrow morning, I promise, it'll feel a whole lot more comfortable. Before then, the humidity jumps back up again heading into the weekend, so enjoy it while it lasts.
All right, well, this morning, an investor of the now bankrupt crypto exchange FTX is suing celebrities that endorsed the platform. Lawyers for Edwin Garrison filed a lawsuit against FTX's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, as well as public figures like Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, and Steph Curry. The lawyer behind the proposed class action suit alleges FTX was, quote, a massive Ponzi scheme larger than the Madoff scheme. He says it could have only been successful with the help of celebrities and influencers. FTX imploded last week, collapsing and filing for bankruptcy.
Happening today, it's a day to give back. Today is Give Miami Day, a 24-hour online campaign where you can give back to local organizations. This year, for the first time, more than 1,000 nonprofits will be participating in Give Miami. So far, more than $9 million have been donated since midnight tonight. And one of those organizations that will benefit is CBS 4's Neighbors for Neighbors. And no matter how much you contribute or how little, it will have an impact.
Organizations like Neighbors for Neighbors, need funding in order to do what we do. So connecting those in need with those who can help is only done through lots of different ways. But, money is always one of the most important ways because it allows us to, pay for the things that we have to pay for.
And since 2012, Give Miami Day has raised more than $100 million for community nonprofits. For more information, just head over to our website, cbsmiami.com.
The community always gives back.
Always,
$100 million.
That's
huge.
awesome. Yeah.
Time now is 5:23 here. Straight ahead, law enforcement recruits run down by a car during an early morning run. Who's to blame for this and what we're learning about this investigation? All new at 5:30.
First, we're just 1 week away from Thanksgiving, but that family feast will cost you more this year. Up next, tips on how to cut down on costs.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by Safeguard Impact Windows and Doors. Visit safeguardimpact.com for your free estimate today.
5:27 is the time. Go wild. A discount airline is offering unlimited flights for just one price, but there are some catches. We'll explain coming up.
Also ahead, an Instagram model accused of murdering her boyfriend heads back to court. What we're expected to happen today.
And we are almost to the end of hurricane season. In fact, only 13 days left. And I have good news, as right now it is quiet in the tropics. Not expecting cyclone development in the next 2 to 5 days. But I will tell you about slightly cooler air on the way, as well as higher rain chances for the weekend. Stay with us. CBS 4 News this morning. We'll be right back after the break.
Right now on CBS 4 News.
Right now at 5:30, the OnlyFans model accused of killing her boyfriend expected in court once again. What Courtney Clenny is asking for next.
Plus an emotional tribute for the South Florida football player who was shot and killed at the University of Virginia.
And here's a live look outside this Thursday morning. A comfortable start to the day, but are there changes on the way for the weekend? Lisette is tracking it all.
This is CBS 4 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is 5:30 Thursday, November 17th. I'm Maribel Rodriguez.
And I'm Keith Jones. Thank you for being with us. Next weather meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez here to help you plan your day.
Yes.
That live shot we just showed, it looked a little hazy out there, maybe foggy.
I noticed. Yeah, we do have some clouds out there and even some fog possible this morning as a cold front is taking its sweet time moving across our area. But you know what? As we head throughout the day today, although the coldest air is going to stay well to our north, you can see the 40s in the Panhandle, 50s in Central Florida. We are going to see our temperatures drop slightly, although this morning it's a comfortable start. We're seeing low 70s in Broward and Dade County. A few areas we'll see those numbers drop by a few degrees as we approach sunrise, and once we get this front to move a little further to our south, upper 70s across the Keys. But check it out, as we look at the next 12 hours, we are going to not be as warm as the past few days. 72 by 9 a.m., 76 by 11 a.m., and our highs will top out only around 79, 80 degrees today with that northerly wind flow, which will make it feel less steamy and less humid. We're mainly dry right now, but I will tell you we're in for a better chance for wet weather this weekend. Details in the 7-day forecast ahead, but right now, let's get a look at some breaking news with Austin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lisette, and we'll get to some video our crews have been working very hard to get for us in Hollywood. Really a wild wreck. You see it there, this vehicle upside down. Looks like it slammed up against a business here. This is very close to Young Circle, so right along Hollywood Boulevard here, what will likely be a very busy stretch of road a little bit later on here this morning. Now, exactly the intersection here, Hollywood Boulevard and 17th. Now, we don't know exactly what happened, what led up to this crash, but you can see police are there on the scene. They're working to gather details about exactly what happened. We also understand that at least one person has been taken to a hospital after this wreck, and you can understand so after seeing some of the damage here. So let's show you very quickly here where this is all happening. Again, very close to Young Circle there, so just east of US 1. This is Hollywood Boulevard and South 17th Avenue there. Not really impacting folks trying to make their way east or west at this point, but keep in mind if your commute takes you on US 1 here this morning, there will be a big police presence through this area just east again of Young Circle.
All right, Austin, thank you. Happening today, OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny expected back in court today.
She's accused of killing her longtime boyfriend. CBS 4's Nicole Lauren is live outside the Metro Justice Building in Miami. And Nicole, prosecutors fear because of the money she has, she could be a flight risk?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Maribel. Keith, good morning. You know, Clenny racked in over $900,000 in 2020 and over $1.8 million in 2021 on OnlyFans. Now, because of that, prosecutors worry if she gets out, she's going to flee the country. We can likely expect some more bombshells in the courtroom today as her defense team truly works to get her out of jail on bond before her hearing.
Deshaun was a beautiful flower in our garden at Gulliver, and when he got transplanted to his next school, we knew he was going to continue to grow.
An emotional tribute for a South Florida football star who was gunned down over the weekend. Deshaun Perry was one of 3 victims killed at the University of Virginia. 2 others were hurt. One of them is still in serious condition. Deshaun was a standout athlete getting ready to graduate from UVA. Sunday was a day off for these athletes after playing a great game on Saturday, and on their day off, they were killed. Attorney Mike Haggard and Perry's former football coach from Gulliver Prep spoke to us about the legacy Deshaun Perry leaves behind.
To become the type of kid he was that always looked to give back at 18, 19, 20 years old, to already be thinking in your mindset, and to lose all of that as a parent, you know, when your dream comes true, and then have it end like this. So they are in a deep moment of despair.
All right, third Thursday, 2 days to go, the weekend eve, as we like to call it around here, and there's a ton of stuff going on, so you want to know what your weather's going to look like.
Yeah, you know, there's a big event taking place this Saturday in Miami Lakes. It's called the Festival of Lights, and the best part is our Neighbors for Neighbors will actually have a booth there where you can take your unwrapped toys to donate to the Adopt a Family toy drive. So not only will it be a fun event, but also you can give back and help those in need, and it'll take place from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. And you know what, as we head into Saturday, keep in mind, keep your umbrella handy because there will be about a 40% chance of rain, and temperatures will be in the low 80s around 3 p.m. The event starts at 3:30 and ends at 7:30 p.m. and we are going to see temperatures in the upper 70s into the evening. Also, don't forget about Flanagan's Rockin' Rib Run this Sunday. I have to say it that way, right? Miramar Regional Park, 7 a.m. and we are going to see the low 70s on Sunday. The rain chance is actually a little bit higher, 50% chance of scattered showers. And got to tell you about the Miami Book Fair, which is kicking off tomorrow, and tomorrow's actually free admission, so that's a bonus. And I think the rain chance won't be quite as high tomorrow. We'll see the low 80s, and then Saturday and Sunday you are going to want to have that rain gear close by, as we'll see the chance for on and off again showers. If you're planning a trip to St. Augustine, it'll be chilly there with lows in the 50s, highs in the mid 60s, cool and breezy, and the chance for spotty showers on Sunday with that breeze sticking around and highs only in the low 60s. But right now we do need to get to Austin with a look at your traffic. Good morning.
Hey, Lisette, good morning. And as we look here right along the Palmetto Expressway near Northwest 122nd, not too much to worry about as you're making your way through western Miami-Dade this morning. Definitely seeing that haze a little bit out there, but nothing that's really impacting that drive for you. Here's a look at some drive times, though. Speaking of the Palmetto there now, just 8 minutes between the Big Curve and the Dolphin heading south.
Awesome, thank you. Time now for a Miami Proud update. In 2020, Lauren and Ken Mason found themselves out of work and with an overstock of food in the height of the pandemic.
Yeah, seeing the urgent need for food in the community, they turned their home into a headquarters. We first introduced them back in November of last year, and their passionate commitment continues to evolve. Here's CBS 4's news anchor, Carly Barnett. Still ahead on CBS 4 this morning, new developments in a case of students murdered at the University of Idaho, where this investigation stands right now. That's coming up. Plus, dozens of police cadets are hit by a wrong-way driver. The new video and the aftermath. But first, here's a look at this morning's winning lottery numbers. CBS 4 this morning is coming right back.
CBS 4's Miami Proud is sponsored by FPL. Storm season is here. Learn more at fpl.com/storm. CBS 4 News is sponsored by Acura of Pembroke Pines, proudly saluting our troops with a $750 special military appreciation savings.
Well, hello. We are only a week away from Thanksgiving. And as we continue to count down to the holidays, well, we're 38 days away from Christmas and 45 days away from New Year's and 13 days until the end of hurricane season. But who's counting? Either way, we are in for some changes today. Not as warm and also less humid, but we'll see the return of the humidity and some rain this weekend. I'll tell you all about it. Breakdown of the forecast in just moments.
Time now is 5:47. Coming up next here, overdose deaths, I should say, declining. Coming up, what a new report is revealing this morning and why the problem is far from over.
Plus, it's been more than a month since Hurricane Ian made landfall. The encouraging update from Governor DeSantis after the break.
And if you've got the travel bug, Frontier Airlines has a really enticing offer for you. How you would like your year-long flight pass, how much it's going to be, what you need to know. Coming up next.
For monumental thrills and heroines who are larger than life, set your sights on Start TV, on Broadcast Channel 4.2 and on these providers.
Keep streaming your trusted CBS 4 News team on CBS News Miami.
Let's start with a look at your top stories at this hour.
Breaking news, big stories, and weather anywhere you go on the CBS News app and on Pluto TV.
All right, now to the latest on Hurricane Ian's wrath. It's been more than a month now since the storm devastated parts of Florida's southwest coast.
But now there's some good news from Governor Ron DeSantis as the area works to rebuild.
Today, we're going to be able to award another $1 million from the Florida Disaster Fund, and this will be to help emergency management personnel, National Guardsmen, and other community members.
And the governor went on to say that the funds would help provide for housing, food, transportation, and rebuilding efforts.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Next weather meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez here. Pull that ribbon down just a little further south.
Yeah, right?
Wouldn't it be nice if we could just push it down? Well, it will be sliding southward, but you know what's going to happen. It's going to just stall out to our south this weekend. But at least for the next 12 to 24 hours, we'll notice a change. It won't be as hot or as humid as it has been, as this cold front is going to make its way across our area, and it'll be less humid with that northerly breeze. But then there's that front parking itself likely to our south across the streets, and that will allow for a lot of clouds this weekend and on and off again showers. Where's the cold air? It's staying well to our north. The Panhandle right now in the 40s. It's even colder around the rest of the country, 50s in central Florida. And keeping an eye on this view from our Miami camera, because there's a lot of cloud coverage and we could see some fog just like we did yesterday. The low 70s in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, 76 in Key West. But right now I'm checking in on the visibility, and they're okay for now. I'll let you know if that changes. But temperatures should fall by a few degrees as we approach sunrise, and hopefully we get this front to pass a little bit more to our south. Upper 70s across the Keys. But wait, there's more. Tomorrow morning will be our coldest start this week, as temperatures will be dropping to the low to mid 60s. Yeah, 64 possibly in Fort Lauderdale, 65 in Miami, 64 in Homestead, and low 70s across the Keys. That'll feel nice. Right now we are dry with showers offshore, and there's that northerly wind component. Could see a few showers this evening as the breeze turns out of the northeast, and tomorrow the rain chance is low too, just a 20% chance of some showers. But then we'll see more cloud coverage going into your weekend, especially Sunday, I'm thinking. And the breeze is building too, so that'll create rough surf, rip currents, rough boating conditions. Already small craft caution today, but notice that the 60s tomorrow morning, but then low 70s for your Saturday and Sunday, and highs will remain at least near normal with a low 80s through the weekend. Right now, let's get a look at your drive with Austin. What's going on?
Hey, well, listen, not much, Lisette. It's pretty quiet out there as we take a look right here live along I-95 near Northwest 79th Street. Definitely a little bit hazy out there, but for folks getting up to the Golden Glades or heading south into downtown Miami, no worries. So as we take a look at our maps here again, the Palmetto, Dolphin, Turnpike, all looking good. If you are heading south on 95 here from the Golden Glades to Miami Avenue now, just taking you about 10 or 11 minutes. Drive safe.
Awesome, thank you. Now on the Health Watch, drug overdose deaths are trending downward. All right, it is 5:56 now. Coming up after the break, it's one of the fastest growing sports in the U.S.
Yeah, up next, a preview of tonight's special on CBS that's bringing the sport and comedy worlds together for a great cause.
And we're staying on top of breaking news. A wild wreck overnight in a busy part of Hollywood. What we're finding on the scene coming up at 6.
Tonight, and right here on CBS 4, the fastest growing sport, pickleball, is getting its own all-star celebrity tournament.
Yeah, that's right. Stephen Colbert and Funny or Die have teamed up for Pickled, a new sports comedy special that will also raise funds to support comic relief safety programs. Here's a preview. And don't miss a 2-hour special comedy special Pickled. That's tonight at 9 right here on CBS 4 and available to stream live and on demand on Paramount Plus. And you play pickleball.
I play pickleball.
It's fun.
My wife and I play. Yeah. It's a blast. It's addictive too.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Do you play? You
I
ever
gotta
tried?
try it out. No, I'll have to try it out.
And it's all
Maybe
about.
Ashley can give me some lessons.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll have her. It's all about the dink. If you play pickleball, you know what that means.
Okay.
Anyway, CBS 4 this morning at 6 starts right now.